Hello everybody, Tyrone the God 3 here. Welcome back to Dragon Ball Super Reviews. Today we'll be doing the episode review of episode 39. This episode is titled Great Time Skipping Counterattack. Is it coming? Goku's new technique. I gotta say, man, this was one of the greatest episodes of Dragon Ball Super I've ever watched. This is on the top 5 list of episodes. It might be number 1 of the top 5 list of episodes because it's new, it's original, it's not based off any movie or anything, but it's done a really good job, and it captured why we like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z in the first place. It's from moments like this. This was truly a great moment in Dragon Ball history. This will go down as one of the greatest fights in Dragon Ball history. And yes, we know it's a classic, like Goku fighting the opponent fight, but you gotta admit this was really cool, and I love the way they did everything about this episode. I gotta say, I am really proud of them for doing this, and I'm a bit upset. Because if they can do episodes like this, then why are we getting episode 5s and and big letdown episodes and mess ups on character development? We show that they have the potential to make episode 39s, but they choose to make episodes that are at episode 5 quality. It's jumping all over the place. I will do a review of Dragon Ball Super as a whole when the series ends, obviously, but I can tell you right now, Dragon Ball Super is a giant roller coaster for me in terms of do I like it or not. I don't hate it like Dragon Ball GT, but I'm not going to absolutely fall in love with it like I did Dragon Ball Z. It's around up. It's got its ups and downs, but this episode was definitely huge up. This was definitely what I want to see when I watch Dragon Ball Super. This is what I want to see when I watch Dragon Ball. This is the type of quality that we deserve, not just animation-wise, but character-wise and plot-wise, and the way action fights are supposed to be. Things like this are supposed to happen, and this is why we look forward to watching Dragon Ball every week. This is what we look forward to as fans. This is the type of episode we're looking for. So without further ado, let's get into that plot summary. The episode begins and Goku, it's hot off the heels of the last episode. Goku does exactly what he said he'll do and fight at full power. He transforms Super Saiyan Blue, and they waste no time just getting at it. Like, they're just flurrying blows. Hit's not using his time skip technique anymore because he knows that Goku can predict it, so there'd be no point. And it'd be a waste of energy. So now they're just fighting on even terms, and they're keeping up with each other, and they're doing a flurry of blows. And this is the first few minutes into the episode. They're just exchanging all these flurries of attacks. And this is how all the fights in the damn tournament should have been. But it wasn't. Only this fight is the fight that they do this in. But I'm not going to complain because it's really good. I mean, just they're exchanging blows left and right. So it looks like Goku's a bit faster than Hit without his time skip during this part of the fight. But it seems that Hit decides to go ahead and power up as well, because he's like, hey, I can't power up, well, I can't transform like you Saiyans and all of you, I can't power up like you guys can. I can only just gradually get stronger as the fight goes about. And I thought about this for a long time. In the last episode, we learned that Hit was 1,000 years old. So it only makes sense that he would be about as strong as a god because he's been alive for 1,000 years. I don't know if you've noticed, but 1,000 years is a long-ass time. So, especially if you have the ability to skip time. So with that said, what he does a power-up. He does a power-up. And when he powers up, he doesn't get physically stronger. What he ends up doing is increasing his ability to increase his time skip from 0.1 seconds to 0.2 seconds. So now he's way faster than he was the last time. They keep exchanging some flurries of blows. Goku ends up getting hit right dead in the stomach. And he gets hit in a really huge vital spot. I think it's like in the liver area. When you get hit there, yeah, you're going down. So, they keep telling Goku, he keeps telling Goku he should go ahead and give up because at this point he can't stand. Goku, being the shonen hero he is, gets up and is like, I'm not giving up. And then they go ahead and try to fight again. Hit increases his speed 0.5 seconds. So now it's way faster. And what he does at that point, he freaking moves his hand, and then in those 0.5 seconds that he's moving, he does like 800 punches on Goku's body, and Goku goes falling back down. And then he switches his hand back as if he never moved, but in reality moved so fast and it was insane. Goku can't even give up at this point now because he's unconscious. The referee's about to call it, but Goku gets right back up like a shonen hero would. Now, at this point, Goku is basically going off willpower, and he feels that now is the best time to go ahead and use his his new technique he's been hiding. There's only a 10% chance that it'll work, but he feels like now's the time to try and do it, even though it's not really perfected yet. So Goku powers up, and we see the red aura around his blue aura, but it's like a soft red aura. And then he stops, and then he powers up again, and he uses his Kaio-Ken technique. For those of y'all who don't know, way back in the Saiyan Saga, when Goku got killed by Raditz, he traveled down Snake Way and trained under King Kai. King Kai taught him the Kaio-Ken technique. The Kaio-Ken technique is a technique that increases all of your power, speed, durability, and senses, but in return, it also tears up the tissues in your muscles and rips your body apart due to the amount of ki that's being pressured through it. It's kind of like the 8 gates for Rock Lee and Guy. So when Goku ends up using this, however, he's able to perfect the transformation. He has red aura around his blue aura. A lot of people were speculating that if this was going to be a thing, he was going to wind up having purple aura. But no, it's red aura around the blue aura, and I think that's a really good use of it. Obviously, it's temporary, and it would mess up his stamina, but Goku's found a way to perfect it in a way to where it doesn't do major damage to his body. The reason of such being is because Super Saiyan Blue is a transformation that allows Goku to transform Super Saiyan without leaking out excess ki while having access to God energy. Because of this, and the combination of King Kai being a god himself teaching the technique, it's more suitable towards Goku's God ki than it would be his regular ki, and if he screwed up, he would have ended up basically ruining his body. It still does damage to his body, but not as much as it would have if he had messed up and not perfected the technique. He was planning to use this technique when he fought Beerus again, and Beerus gets a little bit nervous, but he's like, I'm not really worried. He's bluffing, but he's like, I'm not really worried. Why didn't he use this sooner? So then Goku is now at the level where he can keep up with the hit even at 0.5 times speed, and the two are exchanging flurries upon flurries of blows, and this is where it gets really good. They even play the opening of Dragon Ball Super, something they didn't do in Goku's fight against Beerus, they didn't do in Goku's fight against Golden Frieza. They decided to do it here, and I couldn't be any happier. This is definitely showing to be a very climactic battle as the two are exchanging blows left and right. They end up flying in the air at super speed. They're hitting each other, they're punching each other, they're doing all this damage, and then Goku's like, alright, I should go ahead and end this now before my body tears up. And Goku busts in that Kamehameha, he does the Kamehameha, and when he does the Kamehameha, Hit tries to block it all, and then Hit tries to do a time skip inside the Kamehameha, but Goku's so fast, he decides to go inside his own freaking Kamehameha. The two are into each other, the two punch each other. It does an extreme beam struggle. They blast. A huge explosion happens. And then boom, the episode is over. Goku gets a huge hit in on Hit's face, and the episode basically ends right there. And the episode goes straight to the ending credits right after that. It's like, hey, we already know that was cool as fuck. Here, now you get your ending credits and preview. 5 stars all around. There's no complaints here. There was some animation wonks here and there when like Goku was getting up after taking a lot of hits, but other than that, this episode all around was just beautiful. I love the use of Goku turning Kaio-Ken. I love the fact that they explained and justified why Goku hasn't used Kaio-Ken in so long, because if Goku tried to use Kaio-Ken using regular ki, all it does is waste a lot of energy and tears his body up. But when he has full control of God ki, he's able to utilize it effectively to the point where it still does damage to his body, but it doesn't tear it up like to a major degree as it would have. I love that they do some good justification for this, so it doesn't seem like a random thing. I love that that this is Goku's new technique. I love how this shows that Goku is learned. I love how this shows the difference between Goku and Vegeta too, because a lot of people are complaining that Vegeta lost so fast. Vegeta had no experience fighting Hit. Oh, and Goku got to actually see Hit's body movements. And I even like how Goku explained that, hey, I went ahead and told you my strategy, but it's going to be way too hard for you to change battle tactics so fast. So I love that Goku paid attention to detail there. I loved everything about this episode. 5 stars all around. This was just a great episode all around. The next episode is Conclusion at Last. Beerus the winner, or is it Champa? I'll see you all then, everybody. Tyrone the Guy 3 out. Such a good episode. Ah!